Hello, and welcome back to my shop. My name is George, and I'm coming to you from Chelsea, Quebec. Now, we're not actually in my shop. My shop is through there, but I wanted to talk about this ladder shelf. And I really didn't find very much in the way of wall space to lean it up against, so here it is against this little nook. Specifically, what I want to do is go over the numbers in order to create something like this, because you have to, work through some angles. And I'm going to do that in three different ways. In the first way, I'll just give you the numbers that I used to make this, and if you're happy with those, you can go and make your own shelf using exactly that angle and those distances. In the second method, I'm going to start with an angle that you choose and a distance between the shelves, and then let you calculate how deep each shelf has to be as it goes further down the line. So I don't know if you've noticed it, but the top shelf is very narrow, the bottom shelf is quite wide, or actually I should say quite deep, and they grow by a certain amount, and in doing so they keep a fairly consistent distance from the wall. So the second method will be given an angle and a distance between the shelves. What does the depth have to be shelf by shelf? In the third method, we're going to work it backwards. So we're going to start off specifying, as before, the distance between the shelves, but also how much you want the depth to grow. So from first shelf to second shelf to third shelf, you'll want it to grow by a certain amount. So given those two things, distance between the shelves and the growth, what does the angle need to be? And so with this, you'll be able to specify all the numbers you need to put together a ladder shelf. Shall we get started? Well, why am I asking? Let's get started. So first, let me just give you the numbers that went into this unit. The length of the legs is 74 inches. That breaks down to 9 inches at the top, 9 inches at the bottom, and 14 inches separating all of the shelves. These dimensions that I'm giving you are center to center. The angle of the leg is 8.2 degrees. Does it have to be exactly that? I was too chicken to try something else. So yeah, I set it to 8.2 degrees. The shelves grow in depth as you go from top to bottom. They grow by 2 inches. So when you're cutting them, when you're ripping them on the table saw, you'll be thinking of that as the width. So 4 inches at the top. It doesn't stick out very much at the back. Then 6, 8, 10, and 12. In other words, they grow by 2 inches as you head down the leg. Now, how did I cut the 8.2 degrees? I fixed some cleats to my cross-cut sled. So here's the one that I used to cut the right leg, and it was set at 8.2 degrees. And then a second set of cleats to cut the left leg. They'd be oriented like this. And so I went back and forth. So that angle, that 8.2 degrees, was used to trim the top, to trim the feet, and to cut all of the dados. Okay, so in the second attack on this, we're going to start off by specifying an angle. Suppose you're not happy with 8.2 degrees, you want to use 10. Okay, so we're going to take the 10 degrees and the distance between the shelves and use those to figure out what the growth in the depth has to be as you go from shelf to shelf. So we're hauling out trig. In my case, it's trig from 50 years ago, a little more than that actually. Maybe for you it's not quite so long, but it's the first introduction to trig. It's using a sine function. So we look at the leg and we see that this is like the radius making an angle with the wall. And we decided what that angle is. It's 10 degrees. So if we take the sine of 10 degrees and multiply it by the distance between the shelves, we get the growth. So if you work that out on a calculator, you'll get 2.43 inches, presuming that this is 14 inches that you're using as a distance. So the sine of 10 degrees multiplied by 14 is 2.43. For the third way of looking at this, we're going to imagine an experienced woodworker who is already thinking through the steps and has said to himself or herself, has said, I can't set 2.43 inches on a table saw. Isn't there some way that I could start off knowing that the shelf depth grows by, let's say, 1 7/8 inches or 1 3/4 inches, and then work it backwards to figure out the angle? And yeah, that's what we're going to do now. So for this third example, I'll change things up a little bit. I'm going to say that the distance between shelves is 13 inches, not 14, but 13 inches. And I've decided that I want the shelves to be deeper and deeper as I go down. And I want them to be deeper by something that I can easily set on the table saw, 1 3/4 inches. So for that, we have to work the sine function backwards. And the way that that's designated in calculators usually is sine to the power -1. And that doesn't mean the reciprocal of sine. What it means is working the sine backwards. So when you have the value that comes from a trigonometric table or calculator, when you have what the sine is, work it backwards to give you the angle. So what we have to do is feed that function with the ratio of the growth to the distance between shelves. So 1.75 divided by 13, give that over to the sine, the inverse sine function, and what will pop out of that is 7.7 degrees. Okay? So given a growth and a distance, the angle comes out as 7.7 degrees. So my work is done here. I'm almost ready to sign off. Before I do, let me just mention that I'll put up some printed cards after the sign off, just basically recapping these things. So what were the dimensions of these things? The second method illustrated with an example, and the third method illustrated with an example. Make some time for your passion, and if you can share it, even better. Bye from me for now.